8 foods to avoid if you have arthritis and joint pain. Living with arthritis can be a challenge, but making small lifestyle changes can help you manage your symptoms and improve your quality of life. One of the most important changes you can make is to be mindful of the foods you eat and how they affect your body. While there isn't one specific diet that works best for everyone with arthritis, in this video, we'll look at 8 of the most common foods to avoid if you have arthritis. Number 1. Dairy. Dairy products are one food group that is especially troublesome for people with arthritis. Dairy products contain casein, which is a type of protein that can increase inflammation in the body. Dairy can also cause joint pain, swelling, and stiffness in those with arthritis. Additionally, dairy contains saturated fat, which can also lead to increased inflammation and joint discomfort. For these reasons, it's best to avoid or limit your intake of dairy if you have arthritis. This includes cheese, butter, ice cream, yogurt, and milk. If you're looking for an alternative to cow's milk, consider switching to non-dairy options such as soy milk, almond milk, or oat milk. These are all good sources of calcium that can help you meet your daily nutrient needs without causing additional inflammation. Number 2. Nightshades. Nightshades are a group of vegetables that are popular in many diets around the world. However, they can be particularly problematic for people who suffer from arthritis. Nightshades include foods such as potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant. While these vegetables provide a variety of nutritional benefits, they also contain chemicals called alkaloids that can irritate and inflame the joints of those who suffer from arthritis. If you are living with arthritis, it is important to watch your intake of nightshades. If you notice an increase in joint pain or inflammation after eating these foods, it might be beneficial to eliminate them from your diet. Try substituting nightshades with other nutritious vegetables such as broccoli, kale, spinach, or squash. Eating a balanced and healthy diet can help reduce inflammation and pain associated with arthritis, so be sure to talk to your doctor if you have any questions or concerns. Number 3. Sugar. While a balanced and nutritious diet is key, there are certain foods that can make your symptoms worse. One food group to watch out for is sugar. Refined sugars, such as those found in candy, baked goods, and soda, can increase inflammation and worsen arthritis pain. High fructose corn syrup can also be found in a variety of processed foods and drinks, so it's important to read nutrition labels carefully. It's also important to limit your intake of processed foods, which often contain added sugars. These types of foods are usually high in sodium and other additives that can lead to inflammation. Instead of reaching for unhealthy snacks and sugary treats, opt for natural sources of sugar such as fruits and vegetables. Eating a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables is a great way to get essential vitamins and minerals without putting unnecessary stress on your body. By cutting back on sugary foods, you can help reduce inflammation and give your body the nutrition it needs to fight arthritis. Remember, moderation is key when it comes to managing your diet. Number 4. Alcohol. When it comes to arthritis, one of the most important dietary considerations is avoiding alcohol. While moderate drinking is generally considered safe for those without arthritis, too much alcohol can worsen joint pain and increase inflammation. For those with arthritis, it's best to avoid alcohol altogether. It's also important to note that certain types of alcohol are more likely to cause inflammation than others. Beer and wine contain sulfites, which are known to aggravate arthritis. It's best to steer clear of these drinks entirely. In addition, sugary drinks and drinks high in fructose, such as fruit juices and sports drinks, can also worsen symptoms of arthritis. So try to limit your intake of these types of drinks. If you're looking for an alternative to alcoholic beverages, consider drinking sparkling water with a splash of lemon or lime. This can be a refreshing way to get your fluid intake while avoiding alcohol and added sugar. When it comes to managing arthritis symptoms, reducing alcohol intake is an important step in the right direction. Avoiding these drinks altogether can help you find relief from pain and inflammation. Number 5. Caffeine. Unfortunately, one of the most commonly consumed substances in the world, caffeine, can have a negative impact on arthritic joints. Caffeine is a stimulant that can increase inflammation, and when inflammation levels are already high due to arthritis, it can lead to further pain and stiffness in your joints. For this reason, it's best to avoid consuming caffeine-containing beverages such as coffee, tea, and energy drinks. In addition to avoiding caffeinated drinks, you should also try to limit your intake of chocolate and other foods that contain caffeine. Some studies have shown that even small amounts of caffeine can worsen arthritis symptoms, so it's best to keep your intake low. If you're looking for a tasty alternative to caffeinated drinks, there are plenty of delicious herbal teas available that don't contain any caffeine. Many of them are full of healthful ingredients that can help reduce inflammation and improve joint health. Remember, reducing your intake of caffeinated beverages can be an important step in managing your arthritis symptoms. Be sure to talk to your doctor or healthcare provider about other dietary changes you can make to help manage your condition. Number 6. Processed meats. Processed meats, such as bacon, hot dogs, sausage, and deli meats, are high in sodium and nitrates which can aggravate the symptoms of arthritis. These meats are also often loaded with saturated fat which can lead to inflammation. Additionally, processed meats have been linked to an increased risk of cancer. To avoid these foods, opt for fresh lean cuts of meat, poultry, and fish instead. Try marinating your meat with herbs and spices to add flavor without the need for added salt or nitrates. Number 7. Refined carbs. Refined carbohydrates are one of these foods that can worsen your symptoms. Refined carbs are found in many processed and convenience foods, such as white bread, white pasta, and crackers. These foods have been stripped of their natural nutrients and fiber, which makes them quickly digested. This leads to a rapid spike in blood sugar levels and insulin production. High blood sugar levels can cause inflammation in the body, which can make joint pain and stiffness worse. It's best to avoid refined carbs if you have arthritis and opt for whole grains instead. Whole grains provide more fiber and nutrients that help keep blood sugar levels stable and reduce inflammation in the body. Try substituting white bread with 100% whole wheat or rye bread, switch out white pasta for brown rice or quinoa pasta, or use brown rice cakes instead of regular crackers. Remember that moderation is key, so it's okay to indulge in your favorite refined carb snacks once in a while as long as you're staying mindful of your consumption. Number 8. Salt. Salt is an ingredient that can be found in many foods, including processed and packaged items, as well as homemade dishes. While salt may make food taste better, it can be detrimental to your health if you have arthritis. Too much sodium can cause water retention and increase swelling and joint pain, which can make arthritis symptoms worse. If you have arthritis, you should limit the amount of salt in your diet. Try to use alternative seasonings such as herbs, spices, garlic, or onion powder instead of adding extra salt to your meals. If a recipe calls for salt, try reducing the amount called for by half. Additionally, try to avoid eating too many processed and packaged foods that contain high levels of sodium. Some foods that are especially high in sodium include canned soups and vegetables, frozen dinners, cured meats, soy sauce, and snacks like chips and crackers. By making simple changes like reducing your intake of salt and cutting down on processed foods, you can help to minimize your arthritis symptoms and lead a healthier life.